Video inspection quote 18580. This is the kitchen backing the shower. Shower's on this section here. There is some moisture that I'm picking up behind the skirt in here, and then out onto the floor in here. This is wet. Into the shower, there are some sections on the floor where the grout is cracked. Water is getting in underneath and leaking through the wall. Moisture meter on the shower head is dry. Around the taps, dry. As I start coming down the wall, this is wet. This is all wet. Cracked grout on the floor tiles, and then when I tap on these tiles in the shower, these tiles here are drummy and loose. So that hollowness underneath is water getting in underneath. There's a failed waterproof membrane that is tracking through the wall. The tiles out here are solid, so the focus is on fixing the shower so it doesn't leak. I'm going to quote a new screen. This one here is catching on the frame. So screen comes off, floor tiles come up within the shower. First 2 rows of wall tiles come off as well, given that it's leaking through the wall. There's likely damage to that sheeting. So we'll come up to the second grout joint. All right, so repair the sheeting and set a new water stop angle. So the angle actually sits along the outside edge of the where the screen currently sits. 2 coats of waterproofing, so we re-establish that membrane. Build a new cement bed, so you get the correct slope to the drain. Tile the floor, tile the first row. Regrout the floor, regrout the first row. Rest of the wall grout is okay, and the rest of the tiles are solid. Coming up the walls, they're all good. All right, with the floor grout, we'll use an epoxy grout in a colour called Magellan Grey. It's a light grey. Redo the seal where the water floor joint meets with our reseal product in white, and then reflex the internal wall joints, or silicon the internal joints where the 2 walls meet. New screen, I'm going to suggest a chrome framed front only pivot screen, same style as what's here. Whether it's done in a full door or a small side light, that really doesn't matter, but possibly with a side light on it. But anyway, the door itself's a bit big, and that's probably why it's catching on the frame, it's sagging. Anyway, we can supply tiles. We'll supply plain white floor tiles, and then the same tile will run on the first 2 rows so that the floor and the first 2 rows match. There are some white tiles in here already, so it should tie in reasonably well. All right, that's it. Any questions, feel free to give us a call.